Chloe, you could come to work.
Like, I don't do work anymore, did you know? I am retired like Silver. I nearly look like a pension in that region.
Yeah. Get through your fuss.
Yeah, this is different. It's not normally this fancy, but I guess it has been a week.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing with this kissing spine problem is the consistency is better. So, like,
Right.
mine's projected to do a 50-mile race.
Right.
She's not even, November will be a year out of surgery.
Right.
So she's like, 2 weekends from now, she's doing 50 miles. But it's because she's worked on a very, strict program on lunging and strengthening.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I've been sticking to like 20, 30-minute rides max with a lot of walking. Just trying to go for good experiences. Yeah, use your brain. Yep, there we go. Nope.
Well, and the other truth fact about this
She's underweight.
is, well, a little bit underweight, but it's like if the injections aren't going to last as long as we hope.
Right.
That's the other factor we just have to keep an eye on.
Right.
Is, they're not
a one cure-all.
No. And of course every horse is different.
I will ride her very lightly tomorrow night, but probably not for very long. We're doing our blow night tomorrow night at the mountain block.
Chloe.
And then I might ride her late someday before we go to the horse spin. She's not going to the horse spin, Gerber Mokar.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely is fussy.
Well, I did make her do a ton of up and down walk hill work, so I don't know if that's related to me actually activating her back there for a minute. Especially walking her up and down the bank. She looked at me every time and went, I did as you asked. Treat? Okay.
Poor Dream.
There we go.
Poor Chloe.
You are getting happier. More what we've been doing. This is where we've been at. Try the left again.
Yeah, I'm just kind of watching her
Figure it out.
move at the moment and see if there's anything that's like.
I didn't realize it was supposed to rain today.
Do what?
I didn't realize it was supposed to rain today.
Me either. It wasn't.
It matters. It brought the humidity down, but I felt a raindrop. I was looking at the clouds like, uh-oh.
Well, it sprinkled a bit when I was on my way up here from Zara's, and I was like, oh shit.
Good girl. Now, to be fair, I also pointed out that swelling that she got the other week. But it's going pretty far down.
Did she just knock herself?
Yeah, I think she just was rubbing to get the fly mask or something off for itchy.
What are you pissed about, Chloe?
Yeah, I haven't changed anything in the tack. I have debated on adding the white fluffy pad since until she gets a little bit more padding on her. But
I mean, we can look at it. We just don't want to make that too tight.
yeah. Man, she's just following in the middle, like, please let me go in and stop.
So keep thinking about lengthening your leg. she's settling in a bit.
And we started to do a little bit more riding in the field. Usually just this ridge line, but even a little bit with the hill work at the trot.
Yeah.
About ready to ride her out front because there's a little bit more of a gradual incline. Might ride her out front Sunday.
Good. Like these storms are looking ominous. You're not lengthening, so it's not just thump, 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 thump. She's gonna have a little bit more space to move.
Ooh, sorry.
Good. So see if she'll do a couple walk trot transitions and just kind of see if you can get a bit more energy out of her instead of nagging her. She's a little on the nag train, which is also not her normal.
Also need to put the Equitape back on her. I've been telling myself to do it all week. I just keep forgetting to bring it.
Yeah.
But I'll probably put it on tomorrow.
So do a couple transitions in between. So like, and then I already think about asking for your trot. So we're just kind of encouraging her to be a little more like, it's okay. Good. And then I already start thinking your walk transition. So they're a little more meaningful than all the way around the arena. Good, and one more, and then change direction. It's all right. A little more energy anticipation is not a bad thing. Less nagging. Good, and already start thinking your walk transition. She's definitely more pithy to the left than she is to the right.
Yeah. Although to me that would theoretically make sense because she likes her right better. Theoretically. That's when I knew something was wrong when she was getting pissy to the right. I was like, uh-oh.
Okay, keep lengthening that left leg. Less curling, lengthen.
You are not taking my reins, dude. Yeah, that's karma, bitch.
Do a few more transitions. And again, meaningful transitions, not so much time in between. And like, she's moving relatively fine. She's just being...
Yeah, I can't tell if it's mental or physical. I feel like it's mental, but again, it's hard to tell. 'Cause
sensitive.
walking around, I had none of this. Not even 1% of it. And she didn't even get to do this at the mountain block. And she wasn't even girthy.
Yeah.
Not to say that she hasn't been girthy, but today she wasn't girthy. I just don't know if that's because she's asleep or not.
I don't know. Good. Keep lengthening those legs. Lengthen. And then try to post a little bit softer. So think about encouraging her to go forward, but not posting so hard out of your saddle. Like you're over posting on her. She's not that bouncy. She's not that hard.
Get off my hand, dude.
Go ahead and walk. I'm gonna feel that saddle real quick to make sure she's not feeling. It's not moving around much. Yeah. It's not like. Nah, you're okay.
They are for Dixon.
I know, I think you changed. And of course, I also have the weather, like the half pad that has a panel too. Oh, we grumble. I don't like it, but I'm suspecting you're So, we're going to give this a try because I suspect that this is going to be a Chloe's alley. Huh? We're not sure.
Not always perfect.
Okay. Go for a little walkabout on that. Yeah, she may have just changed that much, but it's just because she's not usually with her sword.
Yeah.
That's not a spot she's usually.
Yeah, he's brave as hell. Wait, I'm waiting for him to take food out of my hand.
And they hate it. They hate it. They hate it, and they want the saddle that isn't quite right. But if you put this pad on it, they are in luck.
Right.
So I'm like, whatever. So she might be a little bit like that with the extra cushion right now. That is it the right padding that you would typically fit? Probably not. Is it gonna make this horse happier for the time being? Probably. We'll see. So do a change direction, let her walk the other way. And again, think about long, less nagging, more clear, move your back. The more nag, the more you have to nag. Consistently.
I have been riding in these shorter stirrups lately. They feel better for me at least. Not that I can't put them down, but
I mean, I would probably want you to put them a hole down, but you can stay wherever you're comfortable.
I'm gonna say usually I'm 2 holes down, which is what I've had been riding, and then I just felt like
You just tend to curl yourself up the shorter you get your stirrups, and then you
that I know.
to keep the vicious cycle. So it's better for you to ride in longer stirrups so that you hopefully will break that cycle slightly? Alright, well let's start out with a little trot to the right and see how she feels. We'll go the happier direction.
Is there a horsefly on you that I don't know about?
I don't see anything.
It happened terribly.
Yeah, I know.
We usually don't have the big ones. Like, we'll have one or two, but there have been a bunch lately. I don't know where they came from.
Oh yeah, we've had a ton of bombers and greenheads.
I probably remember there's a deer over there. It's been there the whole time.
It's been there the whole time, Chloe.
You missed it. You weren't here. We were walking around the field. She spooked at a bunny that we knew was there because we passed it 10 times. And the bunny didn't move. She just had a moment where she thought it moved.
Alright, ask her for a couple walk trot transitions. Make sure you're lengthening. So now your legs are curling backwards and you're getting your upper body forward. So keep your legs longer, keep yourself a little bit taller. Good. Longer legs. Good. One more and then change direction.
Get by the walk.
And then just go ahead and give a full ask for your shot. So everything good to go. Gee, Jenna, do you think
Yep.
I know your horse?
Yeah. I mean, she is nicknamed the special one for a reason.
Good. So just a couple. Just be like, you're good. We fixed your pad. Everything, you know. It takes her that couple minutes of like, oh, I fixed it. I think she's noticed. All right, I would have to say she's noticed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been there the whole time.
Oh, damn it, Chloe. You are something else. How many times are you going to make me come down here for a damn saddle fitting, Chloe?
Every time.
I swear to God. Well, and that's what, again, I was suspicious just knowing how this horse is. Is that over padded? Yes. Is that where she wants it at the moment? Probably. So just, I would say ride her in that a couple times. Keep an eye on those withers. Maybe taper up. And then, you know, just keep an eye on it that it's not going to get too tight if you see her putting on weight or building muscle,
Right.
as she should be. I know you're not working her a ton, so it's not going to be a fast process. But all of a sudden, you're no longer nag, 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 fight, 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 piss, piss, piss.
Right.
Good. Okay. She looks better. I hope she feels better.
Yeah.
Good.
Big difference from where we started today.
Good. Kind of what I was suspicious of.
This is more of the horse that we've been getting at the track.
Yeah, it's probably the built up she's getting sore.
Yeah.
Which again, good on her for telling you. Hello, little deer baby.
What?
Little deer baby.
I'll walk for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just come by you a little bit. You guys done swimming at all this summer?
No, I haven't any time. But do you feel how even like her not wanting to go forward really got you all like out of whack?
Yeah, I've never been great with horses that don't go forward. Makes me have to use my legs more.
Well, but then you can torture yourself more so than...
I know. I'm not saying it's
No,
that's
but
the
it's
right
like
thing.
just that her being so stuck
right.
got you really all jacked up and discombobulated.
Right.
So take your walk and then go into the 2 up, 1 downs.
Okay.
and just do like a lap of that,
Okay.
and see if you can kind of just almost like realign your chakra. We'll just call that Jenna's realigning.
Yeah, we might try to do a weekend trip on the week of August 28th. Might try to go swimming.
I will be probably in Germany at that point.
Oop.
But
Indeed. And I might be signing up for that land safe clinic the weekend of the 11th. There's one a little north of Columbia.
damn it.
So they have more, but that one's like the localist one. There was another one that was about the same distance, but it was across the bay, but it looks like it's an in-house one for the pony club. So
So try to realign, lengthen your legs, pull your knees away, try to stabilize with the 2 up, 1 down so there's less jarring movement. Good, lengthen your legs into the 2 up. So you're stabilizing through your calf, not your knee. Good, stabilizing through your calf. She's like, Mom, this is weird.
like, what are you doing? Can you try?
Good, and again, stabilize through your calf, not your knee. Your knee gets a little tight on the saddle. Good, so bounce through the core and the lower leg. Good, core and lower leg. So think about pulling that knee away a little bit. Good, lengthen, pull your knee away. Good, good, and then back into posting. Lengthen, pull your knee away. Good, lengthen, keep pulling your knee away. And that's where you get contorted, as your knee gets way too tight onto the saddle. Good. Lengthen, keep your knee away, and try to post a little bit closer. You're like posting, hoping she goes faster. Good, lengthen that left leg. Are your stirrups even?
I put them both on 12.
Are you sure? I
Yeah,
swear
that's
your
it.
left leg, your stirrup is like way shorter.
I might be crooked, but I know they're on the same number because I had to change them because my girls rode last night.
Lengthening that left leg. Think about lifting your left shoulder, like lengthen the whole left side. The whole left side is, okay, that's a little better. Lengthen the whole left side. Good. And just do the long side, 2 up, 1 down. So lengthen, knees off. So pull your knee away, core and calf. Good, core and calf. Good, core and calf. Keep that feel, core and calf, and post a little closer to your saddle. And then just go back to regular posting. Core and calf, post a little bit closer to your saddle. There you go, stay closer. Well, we found a happy Chloe. Good. So 2 up, 1 down. Just do the long side. And then back to regular posting. So just kind of keep realigning yourself a little bit. And stay closer. You work too hard. Posting harder and faster is not going to make this horse go more forward. So think about staying a little bit closer to your saddle. Good, back to posting. Good, longer left leg. I swear your left stirrup has got to be...
She's bulging on the right. Yeah, I want to bend her on my inside leg too. Sarah, my inside leg might also be getting better.
Go ahead and
So
walk.
she's like going like this.
All right, go ahead and walk. One, again, she's probably a little uncomfortable in ways because of...
Right.
We now know she's quite sore in the withers.
I mean, she's not pissy, so that's why I'm not trying to.
Well, yeah, so it's like,
micromanage.
I'm trying to, like, again, get you to length a little more because you definitely are
Right.
riding
I just
way
can feel
short.
my body try to counterbalance
Yeah.
it. I know that's not right, but I can feel it. Ugh.
It's one of those, like, wish I could have come down here and picked on more.
We're getting there.
But we fixed part of our problem.
Right. Well, half the reason I also wanted to ride her because it's been a while since you've seen her in person.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we fixed that problem.
Yeah.
Until the new one arrives, Chloe. But thank you for informing me, Chloe. Is that why you bombarded me when I walked in here?
She's like, help me.
She's figured it out.
She does.
I swear, every time I walk in here, no matter what, she's like, that's the damn human. That's the one.
I feel better when she's there.
Jesus. So it's a little bit like, yeah, I wish we could have picked it more, but I think finding the happy horse was.
Yeah, I'll get some more walk trot rides on her.
Yeah.
For next weekend.
We're doing the 24th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
So, because this is the 17th. Yeah. So next Sunday, so we can ride her again. Because she's obviously my problem child. I myself am starting to get more active, although we're getting there. Signed up for a 5K in September.
Well, you nut job.
Woohoo! I am fully prepared to walk parts of it. I like the goal of doing at least one 5K a year because it gives me something to try to work towards besides like riding, but like outside riding. Technically, I did do one last year. It was for my little sister. And I told her to leave me like 10 times. She's like, I'm not going to leave you.
I'm holding you back. I'm dragging you down.
Well, I was like, go run with your friends. They just needed an adult to run with them. And she's like, no, it's fine. She wanted to hang with me. I was like, okay, I appreciate it. We took walk, run, walk, run, walk, run, walk the whole time. And then she's like, she's holding me back. I was like, I told you to leave me 20 times. You can't yell at me anymore. I saw what you did there, Chloe. I'm not an idiot.
Hey, she came to work after she got pinched.
She did.
You cannot fault her for that. This is not the horse that likes to come to work after something is sore.
Yeah.
But I think she's also getting really good at actual communication instead of just explosions.
I mean, she's always, sometimes we question her intelligence, like spooking at the bunny rabbit. She's a smart horse.
Yeah, but I mean, she hasn't been fantastic at like exactly communicating what might be the issue.
I think she was communicating. I think I just wasn't interpreting it right. Because I grew up more in not to say it was right, and I've learned a lot. The more I learn, the more I want to learn. But like, I grew up with like, that's just being a bad horse, right? Ride them through it and get them to just pretty much learn self-helplessness, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I grew up versus, now knowing it's like, no, especially knowing the horse for 15, 16 years, it's like, no, that's definitely not this horse, and it makes you reevaluate all the other horses. So.
Well, and again, just that change from like bad saddles to a good saddle too big to the right size saddle. Like, she is so very clear as long as you're willing to listen.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, watching her go around, and that's why I'm kind of just watching her, watching your saddle, watching the way you ride. Like, I'm watching everything. And that's when I was like, let me just feel the saddle. And that's when I'm like, okay, I think this is what we're having right here, because that's what she looks like.
Right.
That she's upset, but where? And this feels a little tight sitting down into her, that maybe she's just being a sensitive horse.
I know I don't help because I'm still working to get straight.
Yeah, which is fine, but it's like, I also suspected, knowing this horse, that should we put that much padding under that saddle?
Theoretically, no.
Theoretically, no. But would this horse like that kind of pad? Yes. Yeah. Is it too much pad for this saddle if I was like trying to sell you things? Yes. Yeah. But would I sell it to you because your horse said that she liked it? Absolutely.
Yeah. Doesn't need you riding in its throat.
And that's the hardest thing is like.
But it's also nice that I have different pads that if she needs to switch them out seasonally.
Yeah. Pads are really nice when you don't have to change your fucking panels in your goddamn saddle every day.
I know. Oh, it's funny. It's like I still see some of the posts, and it's like, the people that have new saddles and are all of a sudden for sale. I'm like,
yeah, somebody else got screwed.
yeah.
Again, it's really good theory.
I like the theory. And again, I can say that I tried it, right? And I can be like, for me and my horses, no. But if it works for some horses like them, then fine. But when within 30 days days with multiple changes. But
30 days
obviously the
with multiple
24 hours.
changes, but 24 hours needed a whole new saddle.
Yeah, that obviously was the big one.
She's sitting there telling you need a new saddle. I'm like, what?
Well, and again, from my concept, I like the idea of changing out parts of the saddle. I like that idea. And even if they make a regular tree, like theoretically you could still do that, right? But like, if you're gonna tell me that my horse is changing too much, how does any horse ride in any saddle?
Right.
Ever, unless you are the saddle fitter that can check it every time you ride.
Well, and that's what we seem to really like about Tad's, flex technology and all his technology that he is like.
Right.
But he can sit there and literally tell you every freaking ounce of it.
Right.
Like, full on sound like a madman. And you're like, I didn't understand half of what the hell you just said. But if I were to ask you a question right now, you'd back it the hell up.
Right.
So, like, that was the whole thing. And then again, this is, Chloe says she's freaking done.
You treat, dude.
Chloe's like, I am done, Mom. I am out of here. To hell with this shit. I freaking love her.
Well,
You fixed the problem. I'm done. Come here, Chloe.
This is about what we've been doing. So
Come here,
like,
baby.
dude, I know we're done. This is our limit that we've been riding.
But it's one of those like,
Couple
and then
trot segments and I'm happy.
all the, all the wear and tear. Watch that pole. All the wear and tear and the shit that we've done in these saddles.
Right.
On how many different horses has kind of been the like.
What I have to say, right, like I, obviously being cautious and going through all the saddles and stuff, I was like, I understand not 100% of horses will like this saddle, but it's like, if I can have multiple horses like the saddle, that's extra great.
Right.
Right? Like, I will take into account if I have
Right.
a horse that says, fuck you, but.
Well, and I have horses that we don't ride the Tad. Like, we don't ride them in the Tad. We
Right.
don't. But it's one of those, like, majority of our horses, especially for the long distance and the, like, hard things.
Right.
This is fine horse. Stuff like that, that it's just. We have personally done all the, like, riding and the testing.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've seen the difference it has made.
Right.
Because we've owned these horses.
Is it bad? I want to send this to Tad and be like, can you dye it black? Because that's the only thing that pisses me off.
He would shit himself. he would like. That's
he
the
makes
day he
black-
stops returning your phone
He
calls.
makes black dressage saddles.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
goodness.
Tad, I have all this black tack. Can you help me out here?
I know.
It's the only thing. I told Emily when we showed up, I was like, don't yell at me for having mismatched tack.
Say whatever it makes my